Hold up. Every day I wake up.
Wake your ass up.
The Breakfast Club.
Y'all finished or y'all done?
We are the Breakfast Club. Let's get in some front page news. What's up, Mimi?
Mimi Brown.
Hey,
Good
girl.
morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Jess, MV, Charlamagne, how y'all doing this morning?
Good.
Bless Black and Highly
girl.
favored.
Good morning. Okay, so we start this morning in Minnesota, where new developments are unfolding in Minneapolis after that deadly weekend shooting involving federal agents. Now, the response from federal officials appears to be shifting after growing scrutiny and legal challenges. The focus remains on that fatal shooting, though, of Alex Preddy, a 37-year-old Minneapolis resident and ICU nurse who worked at a VA hospital. Now, Preddy, he was shot and killed Saturday during a federal immigration operation. He was seen recording agents on his phone. Bystander video, we've all seen it, shows him helping a woman who had been pushed to the ground. He's then pepper sprayed and shot within seconds. Now, federal officials now confirm the agents involved were wearing body cameras, and video from multiple angles is being reviewed by investigators. And there's also changes on the ground. So Greg Bovino, the Border Control commander overseeing the Minneapolis operation, he has now been demoted and is expected to leave the city today. And several of those roughly 2,000 agents deployed under him are also expected to withdraw today. Now, as the video continues to circulate, the political fallout is growing, including among Republicans. At least 29 GOP members of Congress are now calling for a full investigation. And Texas Senator Ted Cruz, he is warning that rushing to label incidents like this can hurt credibility. Let's listen to what he had to say.
What I think the administration could do better is the tone with which they're describing this. That immediately when an incident like this happens, they come out guns blazing, that we took out a violent terrorist, hooray. Escalating the rhetoric doesn't help, and it actually loses credibility. And so I would encourage the administration to be more measured, to recognize the tragedy and to say we don't want anyone's lives to be lost. And the politicians who are pouring gasoline onto this fire, they need to stop.
Yeah, and investigate the situation and fire and hold accountable the ICE agents who are out here beating and killing people.
Mm-hmm. And speaking of people who are pouring gasoline on fires, there are also growing calls to impeach Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem.
Of course.
Yep, over how her department, they describe the shooting, language critics say does not line up with the video. She's now scheduled to testify before the Senate Judiciary Committee on March 3rd. And when asked about the criticism, White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt, she tried to distance the president from the rhetoric. Let's listen to what she had to say in that exchange.
Secretary Noem said Alex Preddy committed an act of domestic terrorism. Stephen Miller labeled Preddy a domestic terrorist. Does the president agree with them?
Look, as I've said, I have not heard the president characterize Mr. Preddy in that way. However, I have heard the president say he wants to let the facts in the investigation lead itself.
Was he alarmed to hear his top officials referring to him in that way, rushing to that judgment?
Danny, go ahead.
Trump said, nope.
I'm not with this.
walking away from this situation.
Yeah, I'm not with y'all.
Authoritarian regimes are not loyal to anybody. Kristi Noem, they getting you out of here because somebody's going to be the fall guy for all this blood in the streets, and it's going to be you.
Yeah. And speaking of President Trump, he has spoken with Minnesota Governor Tim Walz, Minneapolis Mayor Jacob Frey. They reportedly had a great conversation, according to Trump, and they are agreeing. Trump agreed that the situation cannot continue. And the White House says that now with Bovino out, the border czar, Tom Homan, is headed to Minneapolis today to manage operations and continue talks with local leaders.
Listen, man, political movements that normalize anti-democratic behavior will eventually always face pushback. Okay, legal, cultural, institutional, it never fails.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that is front page news.
All right, really quick, coming up at 7, there's a trial that begins today that's going to change the rules, or could change the rules of social media. We'll break down what's at stake in some of your favorite apps.
All right. We are the Breakfast Club. Let's get in some front page news. Mimi's here. What's up, Mimi?
Good morning, MB, Jess, Charlamagne. How y'all
Mimi
doing
Brown.
this
Hey,
morning? All right, so we start this hour still watching that massive winter storm. The worst of the snow has moved out, but the danger is far from over. Speaking of the storm, how was your commute in this morning with the weather?
It was a lot better than yesterday.
It wasn't bad at all.
I wasn't slipping and sliding.
Yeah. Well, more than 200 million people are still under that dangerous cold alert this morning, stretching across most of the country. The storm has already turned deadly. At least 21 people have died across more than a dozen states from hypothermia, carbon monoxide poisoning, and weather-related incidents. I saw a story yesterday where a girl died from a sledding incident.
Damn.
Yeah. Officials say that number could rise more as cases are reviewed. So power is also slowly being restored, not as fast as it could be. More than 500,000 customers are still without electricity, including 200,000 people in Tennessee as those temperatures plunge well below freezing. And travel disruptions, they are still continuing. Nearly 6,000 flights were canceled yesterday. A little bit more expected today. Major delays at airports like Philadelphia and Boston.
And be careful out there if you're shoveling the snow. I've seen a lot of cases of people getting heart attacks.
Wow.
From shoveling snow?
From shoveling the snow. Because they don't do the activity. They don't exercise. So you go outside and clear your thing. And
it's a whole workout.
A couple people died, I think, over the weekend in Jersey.
Oh, wow.
Fight your sources, man. You just out here giving people freaking anxiety for no damn reason. I can't even go shovel snow now without thinking about having a heart attack in me. God damn. And you already know I'm a hypochondriac. What did you know? You ain't tell me that.
That is crazy.
Where you get this from?
Verona, New Jersey, man dies while shoveling snow, found with shovel in the hand.
How old?
Oh,
Give me
my
some
God.
details. Give me some context.
God,
Man.
make
Was he
shovel.
97? Okay.
He was 67.
Okay.
That's still young.
That is young, but there's some other issues there, I'm sure.
Yeah, I mean, it's a guy mid-shovel.
They're just telling everybody
Yeah.
be careful out there
Now-
because if you shovel the snow, you can,
Yeah.
Now,
Yo,
Mimi,
give us
is it true that there might be another winter storm coming this weekend?
This weekend in New York. I don't know.
What?
Yeah, there's more snow expected in the New York area this weekend. But in Atlanta, Mayor Andre Dickens, he is warning people about black ice. So let's listen to what he had to say and how they're keeping the city safe.
But you really do a good job of communicating, telling people don't take unnecessary trips. Black ice, you can't see it. You just need to be prepared for it and to know that it's best to stay off the road. The thing that we're doing is making sure we opened up a lot of warming centers. So we have about 400 residents staying overnight. That's our unsheltered populations. And we've been able to make sure people have power generators and batteries in the event that power goes out. So we've been in our JOC, which is our Joint Operations Center, where all of government works together to make sure people are safe.
That's racist. Of course, the ice in Atlanta is black. Okay, and also, why does the black ice have to be the ice we hate? Okay, all right. Nobody ever says the white snow.
Okay. Or the ice you can't see is the black ice.
You
okay.
see?
All right. I see where you're going with that.
Oh, come on. They saying black ice because they blend in with the streets, y'all.
Asphalt.
Come on.
Yes, absolutely.
Just call it ice.
Why
Why can't we just say we slipped on the ice? Why gotta be black ice?
And also, of course, authorities are saying to limit travel if you can. Check on your neighbors, especially seniors and anyone without reliable heat. And schools still are being affected. So several districts across several states have announced closures. Officials say check directly with your local school districts as conditions and decisions can change hour by hour. So I know in New York, they're going back to school today. Right?
Yep.
Yeah,
Wow.
School is back. And parents across the country, they are watching a major trial that begins today in California. And this is where a jury will hear claims that social media apps were built in ways that harm children. So at the center of this case is a 19-year-old woman who says social media platforms were designed in a way that left her addicted and it harmed her mental health. So she's suing Meta, which owns Instagram and Facebook, along with TikTok. She's also suing Google, which owns YouTube. Now, Snapchat, it was also named, but they settled out of court last week. Now, this trial is the first of its kind to reach a jury, and it could set the tone for similar lawsuits that are now lining up across the country. So the companies say that there's no proof that their platforms cause harm like depression or eating disorders, and they've argued that they are not responsible for what users post. But this case is not about what people post. It's about the design, like algorithms, notifications, and features that keep people scrolling. Jurors are expected to see internal documents and hear testimonies from top executives, including Mark Zuckerberg. He's scheduled to testify. But legal experts say this is a turning point. If the social media companies lose, it could change social media as we know it and open the door for even more lawsuits. So what do you guys think? Are social media companies responsible for young people and how they affect, or is that parents?
Yeah, I remember reading this book back in the day. I think it was Digital Minimalism by Cal Newport, and he talked about how people compared what was going on in the social media tech world now to how it was back in the day with the tobacco industry. So this lawsuit feels like that because there was lawsuits that were brought against the tobacco industry back in the day, and it feels the same. Feels the same as those to me.
Did people win those though?
I don't remember.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I think it's all on the parents. I mean, they're telling you what it does. We see what it does, and if you still allow your child to do it and be addicted to it, you got to kind of blame that on the parents. Just like a smoker, like if it says sign on that package that says Smoking gives you cancer, and you get cancer. You can't sue the company
But
because
social media don't come with a warning.
Yeah.
The tobacco industry comes with a warning.
Yeah, and then the fact that Snapchat settled with her already outside of court
is like
that's
gonna
open up open up the doors for
and then really quickly I looked. She said that she's been addicted since she was 10 years old, basically.
How old is she now?
She's 19.
Oh my god, that's why I be going through all of this stuff.
Yeah.
Because of social media.
Everybody in this room is addicted and don't know it.
You about to sue?
True.
Oh my god, I might, Envy, because I got the shakes sometimes from when I read certain stuff, and then oh my god, them long posts when it be them big paragraphs, and I be trying to read it and make sure everything is going on right in my life in the world.
Do not blame the anxiety you get from reading on social media. Okay, I'm sure we can trace that back to Baltimore Elementary School. Jesus.
Hey yo.
Oh my goodness. Okay, y'all. Well, that is your front page news. I'm Mimi Brown. Follow me at Mimi Brown TV for more stories. Follow the Black Information Network. Download the free iHeartRadio app or visit BINnews.com.
Thank you, Mimi. So I just want to add this. They're saying approximately over 100 people die yearly from trying to shovel snow. So
I'm getting out of here.
Nearly all deaths are due to heart attacks. Individuals over 45.
Right.
Come on,
So they're saying use the shovel to push snow rather than lifting snow.
Okay.
But what I want to do is open up the phone lines. We were talking about this
How many
earlier.
people done died of a heart attack? If you died from shoveling snow, call us right now.
Hold up. Every day I wake up.
Wake your ass up.
The Breakfast Club.
Y'all finished or y'all done?